Hi, my name's Rich.
Hi, and I'm Brian.
Who are you?
I'm Emmy.
How old are you, Emmy?
4.5.
4.5.
And we live in the Seattle area. So you want to know who's the better dad joke teller? That would have to be me. I think my best dad joke so far is, what concert only costs 45 cents?
Oh man.
That would be 50 Cent featuring Nickelback.
So the next question is, who would most likely fall asleep on the couch? And it looks like it's Emerson.
It could be you.
But between Dada and Daddy, who falls asleep the most? Who takes the most naps?
You.
I do.
Yeah, that's right.
I love to nap.
In fact, you fell asleep on the couch last night.
I did.
So the first moment we realized we were going to be dads, we were actually on vacation, and all of a sudden my phone rang from a number I didn't recognize. They left a voicemail, and then the same number called Rich. We both kind of looked at each other like, oh. When we figured out we were going to be dads, I think my initial reaction was kind of panic, because it was so early in the adoption process that we weren't really ready for anything. We hadn't read any books, we didn't have any crib, we had nothing. And so that was kind of panic. Me being an organizer and a planner was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be dads and we have nothing, and the baby's gonna be here in a week.
Yeah, I didn't really think about the fact that I was going to be a parent. It was more of how do we get ready for this, and what do we need to do logistically to get this done, and how are we going to just make it all work in the 2 weeks that we had. Raising a girl, I think, has been something that has been eye-opening, particularly in the last couple of years in our climate. Thinking about what it means for her to have the same opportunities as as the boys her age, and how she's treated, and just making sure that we as men are raising a girl who feels empowered and who feels able to speak up and play sports just as anybody else does.
Yeah, and I'd have to say, I agree with everything Rich said about just kind of the inequity that still exists in our society. But one thing that my daughter has taught me is how to be patient. You gotta be really patient with kids, and doing pretty good at it so far, but it's been a journey. So parental leave at my company, what I was working at when we had adopted our daughter, there was no parental leave for fathers. Actually, what I learned was that if you're not giving birth to the child, you get no paid parental leave. So even mothers who adopt don't get any parental leave at this company. And it was really difficult because it forced me, I had used up all my vacation time, which there wasn't a lot. And then it forced me to not spend as much time with my daughter bonding when we first had her as I would have liked. So I was able to take about a month off, but then I had to go back to work, and I'm not sure I was my best self at my job. I was sleep deprived, I was tired, I was eager to get home every day just to spend time with my kid. And so I really wish that they had provided a paid parental leave. I'm actually happy to say now that I kind of fought for that and made sure that people were aware that dads need time off too. And the company has now since added paid parental leave for 6 weeks for pretty much all parents. So I was happy to see that, but it was difficult not being able to have it, but I'm glad that things are changing now.
I think it's important for all dads to receive paid parental leave, just based on the fact that I didn't take the paternity leave that I was offered, and I feel like I missed out on time that I could have bonded more closely with Emerson. When Emerson was an infant, strangers would come up to me and say, "Oh, is she yours?" And my first instinct was to say no, because it just didn't seem real. It didn't seem like I was her. I didn't believe in my head that I was her father, that I was her dad, and I think that bonding time, missing out on that bonding time, building that relationship with her, even though she was an infant, was something that I could have done to really solidify that and really believe that I was her father. And it took about 3 or 4 months until I finally was able to instinctively say, yes, I am her father, she is mine.
Yeah, and I think another important thing is that parenting is hard. You need a team to help you do it, and having that spouse there with you, especially right after the baby's born, is important. And I think one of the things that I've learned a lot about is that not letting dads have paid paternity leave is what's helping drive some of the wage gap between men and women. And so we need to get away from this notion that women are the ones that are supposed to stay home. Women are the ones that are supposed to pick the kids up from daycare and take them to school and go to the PTA meetings. We need both the parents, both mom and dad, doing it. And it starts from the get-go, both the mom and the dad. need to be able to take time off so that they can spend with their kids and be equal partners.
Thanks for listening to our story, and if you believe, as we do, that childhood outcomes and increasing gender equity both in the workplace and at home, then please sign the Paternity Leave Pledge. Thank you.
Okay.